Robert's like, yeah, I was a player. I have 5 children by 4 different women. That is not a player, dude. That is like next level. Your life is out of control. You need Ayanla Van Zant to fix your life. Like, you really need Ayanla Van Zant in your life. Fix your life. This girl from Finland, she still has not, like, given him a real kiss. And all she keeps saying is, like, I can't wait till I'm alone and I can sleep in a hotel room. Then why did you come here? Like, you came here for a green card. You didn't come here for this guy. There's no way. Like, she will, like, barely kiss him. He's saying our sex life is great, but we haven't had any sex in 6 months either. No comment on the sex. Just, she's not there for that. Also, Anna's friends are way fancier than she is. Like, in a really exaggerated way.
Yes, I am happy. Happy? Yes.
They're like, are you happy? He's like, yes, I am happy. She's told him not to use his translation app, just to do the best he can. What kind of instruction is that? Like, he will not be able to communicate at all with your friends. At all. So do you want him to get to know your friends, or do you need your friends to think he's a certain type of way that he's not because he doesn't speak English? She's using her wedding shower as the first time her friends are meeting her soon-to-be spouse. Maybe just have like a barbecue so that your friends can meet your future husband. Like, not the wedding shower. Like, it's on. It's happening. We're there. It's wedding time. And your husband, or your soon-to-be husband, still hasn't told his parents that you have children. I can tell by their greeting that she is not in love with him. Blake and the Finnish girl, no. She pushed his hand off her shoulder and like went like to kiss him. Like, it was like, there was no crazy like, my baby's here, I love you. Nope. She was just like, I'm here. I have arrived. I don't know how, but I feel like Blake is gonna get scammed by both sisters. I mean, the one sister has a green card, so I don't know what she would get out of it, but it's like,
I'm 27 years old.
why are they crazy about him? What am I missing here? Like,
I was single for 3 years before I met Blake.
this girl looks like she's like, she looks like she would make $2 million selling protein powder on Instagram. So like, what? I do believe after seeing them like greet each other at the airport, like those two are really in love. I don't think they're doing it for like weird reasons. Like, I really do think they are genuinely in love with each other. So this will be interesting to watch then. I mean, it's all interesting, but you know what I mean? Like, it's so genuine, that part. And you've seen so many fakos, so you're like, wow, they really love each other. Miss Nelia, I love her. She's so tender with her daughter, and like, her daughter's like in her 30s. Like, she's being very, very sweet. She's very Natalie's cute. Mom is one of the cutest people that's ever been on this show. She's like a little cupcake of a Ukrainian lady. She has very good energy. It makes me trust Natalie a little bit better. She's like the cutest little lady. 1 second tries to make it like he needs to step it up and he needs to put the work in. It's like, these women, man, they have such a false perception of like, hey, you know what? Being in a marriage means sometimes you just get to work too. No matter what your job is in life. Like, when you're just waiting for him to like, oh, just... No. I did so much to make that happen. You expected to come to a home already set and ready? Well, I'm sure he expected to come to a place where there was a bed for him. Like, he's not being a diva to be like, hey, you had this room, you could have at least thrown away the trash. There's still trash in there. I'm sorry, homegirl, but you had all the time to plan like a New York getaway with like coordinated friends, flower petals, turn around, I'm the center of your universe, but you couldn't take some trash bags out and like clear out the bedroom that you and your spouse are supposed to live in. Like, you are totally clueless. And then she's like, oh, he's disappointed. He's being tough on me. I didn't finish it. What were you like, you were not preparing for him to come. This kind of stuff is like, people are ready for a wedding, but they're not ready for a marriage. Like, this girl just wants those like moments that she's like, hey, here I am. I'm a bride. Like, bad news. I have a hard time having like unresolved issues with my spouse. Like, I couldn't feel like, oh, we're not in accord about something, but like, we'll just talk about that later and like not schedule a time for it. Like, I just, it's like, I can't just sweep it under the rug. Like, we either have to talk about it or it's gonna come out. Like, you don't just like, oh, let's just discuss that later. It's like, no, now's the time, right now. The funniest part of the episode is when she's like, trying to tell him, like, you make me horny when I see you with the bees. And he can't even understand her. Like, she's trying to have this, like, baby, when I see you with that queen bee, it gets me wild. And he's just like, huh? Work? I work? They don't speak the same language. Not at all. I love how Anna's getting shaded over her like beekeeping skills from Marcel. Like, he's like, her bees were not prepared properly. She was not taking good care. She wasn't scraping the wax off. I'm going to teach her. I know more about her. Like, she's like, ooh, we're going to have this like romance moment about bees. He's like, you have been bad. This is not good. It's either her friend is a snob or her friend knows that she is a snob. Because the way she's like, are you sure he can afford the kind of life that you're used to? It's like, that kind of question could be bitchy. Or it could be like, girl, I know you. I know how you are. I don't think he makes enough money for you. Like, you have very fancy taste, and this guy lives on a farm with a guy named Bo. Just, who knows? Natalie or Natalia, she actually seems very in love with him. Like, I'm convinced that she actually does love him. Like, she feels very... She can just see it in her face, like in her eyes when she's talking about him. It reads as the most genuine of like any of these couples ever have. So, Bo is his name, who lives with Mike. He's like a kid. Like, part of you thinks that he's like gonna be Steve Buscemi. He's like a character actor. He can't be a real person. Like, it's like a comic book version of a person. Like, you are not real, dude. Please, someone else agree, right? I'm Bryson's grandma. I'm in control. I'm gonna ask you very personal questions. Also, FYI, I'm a porn star. Oh my gosh. She is a porn star. Bryson's grandma is a porn star. What? Seriously? This show is the craziest. I was like, there's something kind of off about this lady. Oh, I just need to tell you right off the bat, I'm a porn star. What? These are the weirdest grandparents I could have imagined for Bryson. I did not think. They're like super assertive. Like doubting his decisions. Like they're making her feel so uncomfortable. This is not welcoming. She's gonna be pissed about this. He's gonna hear about it from her. Who I thought was gonna walk up as being Bryson's grandmother, but like not that lady. She looks like she's, well, number one, she's white, and then she's just like, she looks so young. Like, who is Bryson's mom? What was her deal? Okay, it's not just me. Juliana's even like, I don't know what's going on here. Like, there's a bond still happening. She can sense it. Like, there's a lot of control still. He takes his time. He goes out of his way to compliment his ex-wife's parenting, her as a person. Like, I mean, maybe I just don't understand, like, divorce and how that, like, affects that relationship, but it just feels like she's still carrying so much power over him. Like, she has control of him still, and it seems like they've been divorced for a while. I love how much power the ex-wife still has over Michael's whole situation. Like, everything is pending on, like, will the ex like Juliana? Like, this woman has some pull in this family. Like, yes, I guess I got divorced for some reason, but, like, she is still in charge. Like, she's either gonna allow or not allow this to happen. Like, girl, I don't think you got divorced.